Story of Scholastica. Sussa rises. Moments before the great light overtook the universe and changed everything. The now 77-year-old Collegean visited his Slideya allies in their home universe. It's good to see you both, Richie and Vark. That's President Vark to you. Nah, I'm just kidding. How are you? Fine. What do you say, Richie? This PM is ready to retire. Elections are coming up. I'm 77, and I don't see retirement in my future. You 40 somethings are really something, you know. Then the president said, well, regardless of who is tired and ready to retire or not, the universe is at peace. Let's drink to that. As the three men prepared to have a drink together, suddenly a great force of light engulfed them and the planet. Without warning, in a blink of an eye, of the three men found themselves in a new world and with no communication to the Empire. Collegean tried to read the stars to see if the planets were in the same area. His men scouted the skies and the surrounding areas. They were not on the same planet that they were before. President Vark became upset and demanded to know where he was. Then one of the Slideya spies returned and told the men, we found this symbol all over the place, in the cities. Then Collegean looked at the picture, at the symbol, in disbelief. It can't be, he cried. PM Ritchie then looked at it and said as he recognized it, it's the symbol of Sussa. The Sussa? I thought only one of them survived. How could he rule the entire planet? Is he the one responsible for us being here? I'm not so sure, President Vark. But I know I should have killed that bastard Sussa at the Valley of Immortals back then. Come, we must gather all our armies for battle. PM Ritchie agreed and said, yes, Master Collegean. We must also try to reach out to the Empire about this. As soon as they began their preparations for battle, two distant figures stood on a hill. Ah, so who knew the great force, the great power would be behind all of this, said one of them. Next, the other figure replied, yes, what they call the great light or the great power itself are one of the same. After that, the first figure replied, but how is this all possible? Lastly, the second figure replied, all will be revealed soon. For now, let us crush our new guest to our universe. Susan unites Scholastica. Susan Sussa, the head of the Sussa clan and one of great ambition, rose and fell many times in the past. Her last tale was when the then goddess Diana the Floor brought her back to life to fight her battles. Now Susan is back and is now a giant prime. A prime is a person who has reached their race or species' full peak of power. It is sometimes compared to being a mini god, if you will. Susan and the fugitive of Anjosica, Sussa, were the ones overlooking the Slideya Bobaya Collegean army. Susan hated the Collegean for their betraying of Scholastica for Anjosica and vowed to crush them for good. So she and Susan and Sussa went to the battlefield alone to face them. Laying to the southeast of the battlefield, Susan Sussa announced herself to the enemy, and in particular Collegean. Come, worthless dogs! Not only have you betrayed Surimacho, but you betray your own people, you wretched old dog. I have been reborn as a prime to rid time and space of you. Then Sussa chimed in. Fuck, Richie, you two are just at the wrong place at the wrong time. We were only after Collegean, but slaying you two will be the icing on the cake. Then Richie replied, How dare you! The city of Barbara can't be taken lightly by fools like you. President Vark then chimed in too and added, All combined might shall overpower you. Charge, men! The Slideya advanced their troops and tanks and mechs towards Susan and Sussa. They marched from the narrow northeastern mountain passage. The Barbara were two, the south and the surrounding two Scholasticans. Collegean and his army were in the west, in the open field, readying their blasters, as Collegean himself looked on from the hilltop. Susan Sussa then started to chop up the Barbara beast with his giant axe, and Susan was blasting away all her foes with her new found prime powers. She levitated gracefully in the battlefield as she dodged her foes' attacks with great pace. Seeing that his allies were having trouble, he ordered some of his own men to the front lines to fight the Sussa. Soon the massive army got smaller and smaller. This was Susan's plan all along. The southwest was completely empty and unmanaged. So the rest of the Sussa clan came to fill it. E and Rissy Sussa, whom were the officers that were officers and relatives of Susan during her past, had come. Said, All is going according to plan, Lady Prime. Rissy then ordered, Collegean is an old and feeble man. Let us go and kill him. Then Collegean realized what the Sussa were planning and began to panic. Oh, where is Lord of Fleur? Where are our reinforcements? Susan then replied after shooting two large energy beams at Vark and Richie. You fool! You don't realize it by now that you are in a different universe? My universe. Yes, my lady. Collegean, did you hear that? Now watch as this fugitive gets his axe and cuts your head off. The Sussa Barbara and their president and prime minister were all dead. The Sussa had played the Androsican allies like a fiddle, and now it was a race to see which one would kill Collegean. Collegean felt heavy as his visit with Vark and Richie had cost them their lives, and the Empire at that. He then made up his resolve known to the Sussa clan. Scholastica ruling the universe under Susan Sussa Prime? No way! For Androsica and Lord of Lords, I shall slay you all. So Collegean met them head on in the battlefield, with his green chain revolver sword in hand. Collegean managed to hold back and Rissy. However, when Sussa arrived, he swung his axe at Collegean and lost his grip of his sword. Then Susan Prime, ironically, ended Collegean's life with the attack of his own people. Scholastican blast! Now, you are dead, Collegean. All of Scholastica is truly mine. Next, Sussa then reminded her, and the universe too, my lady. Susan then smiled and danced over the dead body of Collegean. Many universes began to appear, and the heroes of Androsica were falling one by one. Just what is the end game of all of this? And just who is behind this great power of light? To be continued.